हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you very much for your kind association and your patience, and I apologize for being late. Let us get started with our Mangalacharan prayers. Om अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे गुरुवज्ञा शिरसि धृत्वा शक्त्यावेशस्वरूपिणे हरे कृष्णेति मन्त्रेण पाश्चात्यप्राच्यतारिणे गौरश्रीरूप सिद्धान्त सरस्वती निषेविणे राधाकृष्ण पदाम्भोजौ भृङ्गाय गुरवे नमः. नमः विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः. माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिद श्रीगौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते. नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्ध अपसिद्धांत ध्वांत हरिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षाद् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भ रसाम्बोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः. नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते गौराविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्वसे नमः. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. एतावान् सांख्ययोगाभ्यां स्वधर्म परिनिष्ठया जन्मलाभ परपुंसामन्ते नारायण स्मृतिः. अकाम सर्वकामो वा मोक्षकाम उदारधि तीव्रेण भक्ति योगेन यजेत पुरुषं परम्. अहमेवासमेवाग्रे नान्यद्यत्सदसत्परम् पश्चादहं यदेतच्च यो वशिष्येत सोऽस्म्यहम्. हृदयर्थं यत् प्रतीयेत न प्रतीयेत चात्मनि तद्विद्यादात्मनो मायां यथा भासो यथा तमः. यथा महान्ति भूतानि भूतेषु चावशेषनु प्रविष्टान्यप्रविष्टानि तथा तेषु न तेषहम्. एतावदेव जिज्ञास्यं तत्त्वजिज्ञासुनात्मनः अन्वयगतिरेकाभ्यां यत् स्यात् सर्वत्र सर्वदा अप्रसर्गो विसर्गश्च स्थानं पोषणमूर्तयः मन्वन्तरेशानुकथा निरोधो मुक्तिराश्रयः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we are continuing our study of Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, entitled Answers by Citing the Lord's Version. And today we are going to begin from verse number 24. सृजामि तपसे वेदं ग्रसामि तपसा पुनः बिभर्मि तपसा विश्वं वीर्यं मे दुश्चरं तपः। Translations and purports by our beloved revered founder Acharya Nitya Lila Pravishtha Om Vishnupad Ashtottar Shata Shri Srimad Abhay Charana Arvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Lord Vishnu is telling Brahmaji, I create this cosmos by such tapasya, penance. I maintain it by the same energy and I withdraw it all by the same energy of tapasya, tapabal. Therefore, the potency is penance only. Everything is happening by the potency of tapasya. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, in executing penance, in the performance of tapasya, one must be determined to return home. Oh, we have done this. Beg your pardon. Yes, so we have done this already last time. We must be determined to go back to God. Easygoing life and attainment of perfection and spirituality cannot go together. So that brings us to text 25. Now, today, Brahmaji will begin speaking to Lord Vishnu. Text 25. Shri Brahmovacha Bhagavan Sarvabhutanam Adhyaksho Avasthito Guham Vedahi Apratiruddhena Pratnyanena Chikirshitam. Translation. Lord Brahma said, O personality of Godhead, Vishnu, you are situated in every living entity's heart as the supreme director. And therefore, you are aware of all endeavors by your superior intelligence without any hindrance whatsoever. Brahmaji is saying, Oh Lord Vishnu, you are present in everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hrideshe Arjuna Tishtati. And because you are there in everyone's heart, Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam, as the Chetan Vastu. Therefore, Vedaham Samatitani. You are aware of everything. All our endeavors, Chikir Shitam, you are aware of it. Because of your Pradnyanena, because of your superior intelligence. And there is no hindrance to you knowing everything. Aprati Ruddhena. There is never any hindrance, any obstruction to your knowledge. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, as the super soul in the heart of every living being, knows what is in the mind of each living entity. And no one can do anything without the knowledge of the Lord within. Whatever we are thinking, whatever we have ever thought, everything is known to Krishna. By his superior intelligence, Lord Krishna gives everyone the chance to fulfill his desires to the fullest extent. Freedom is given, free will is given to everyone by Krishna. And the resultant reaction is also awarded by Krishna. Free will is given so that we can, in a very unique way, offer our love to Krishna. But when this free will is misused by the jiva, then the jiva becomes responsible for the results of that misuse of independence. And all this is done by Krishna. Krishna gives intelligence. Krishna gives the freedom to utilize that intelligence in an intelligent way. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam. According to Shastra, we are supposed to use it. But when we give up the injunctions of Shastra and utilize our free will in a way that we want, Yah Shastra Vidhi Utsrijya Vartate Kamakarata, then na sasiddhima vapnoti, na sukham, na param gatim. Then we become responsible for the results of our own karma. Text 26. Tathapi nathamanasya nathanathaya nathitam paravare yatha rupe janiyam te arupinaha. In spite of that, my Lord, I am praying to you to kindly fulfill my desire. Why in spite of that? Raise your hand. Did I have a hypnotic effect on all of you? Sab so gaye? Why in spite of that? Yes, Shama Vallavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Krishna already fulfills our desires. Without him, he cannot do any action at all.
Correct.
That is why he is saying, in spite of that, my Lord, I am praying to you to kindly fulfill my desire.
Correct. See, previously, Brahmaji has said that Krishna, you know everything. You're in everyone's heart, you know everything, you know all the thoughts. So you know what I'm going to ask. You know what I want. आपको पता है. फिर भी, from my side, I'm asking. I know you know what is my desire. Because you know everything. But still I'm asking. Therefore, in spite. Okay. In spite of that, my Lord, I'm praying to you to kindly fulfill my desire. Although you know all the desires. What is the question? What is the desire of Brahmaji? What does he want to know? Brahmaji is asking, may I please be informed how, in spite of your transcendental form, you are Satchidananda Vigraha, still, how you assume the mundane form, although you have no such form at all. Actually, you have no mundane form, but still, how you appear in this world, which is a material world. This is my question. Text 27. Yathatma maya yogena nana shak upabrimhitam vilumpan visrijan grihanan bibrat atmanam atmana. I have more questions. Okay, what is it? And please inform me how you, my Lord, by your own self, manifest different energies. Energies for annihilation, which means destruction. Energy for generation, means creation. Acceptance and maintenance. By combination and permutation. How all these different energies are working. You are the same self, same person. And still, how your different energies are working differently. Purport. Jaise, if there is a great entrepreneur, businessman who creates a company, the expectation is that he will maintain that company and he may create more companies to increase the wealth. But have we ever seen any entrepreneur like this who always creates, then maintains for some time, and then completely destroys? No. What we see in this world is, if someone creates a company, he will give it to his child, his family, his dynasty. He will create a succession to perpetuate the legacy. But Krishna is so renounced that he creates this world, he maintains it, but he also makes sure that he destroys it. So that is a question of Brahmaji. You are one, then if you are engaged in creation or maintenance, then you should do that. Why you are doing destruction? Or if you are engaged in destruction, then why you should be the one who is creating? Why you should be the one who is maintaining? How these different energies are working if you are just the same one Lord? It's bewildering. Purport. Srila Prabhupada says, the whole manifestation, means everything that we see, this world, is the Lord himself. Everything is Krishna. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma. Everything is the Lord himself. How? By diffusion of his different energies. By diffusion of his different energies only everything is possible. Namely, somewhere there is the influence of internal energy, somewhere external energy, somewhere marginal energies. All the jivas, for example. Just as the sunlight is manifestation of the energy of the sun planet. Similarly, there is heat also, manifestation of the sun planet. Such energy is simultaneously one with and different from Lord Krishna. Just as the sunshine is simultaneously one with and different from the sun planet. What is it called? Raise your hand. Hare Krishna. Yes, Sharanagat Mataji. What is it called?
Achintya Bheda.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Achintya Bheda Tattva. The energies are acting by combination and permutation by the indication of the Lord. Energies are not acting independently. Shakti is never independent of Shaktiman. And the acting agents like Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva are also different incarnations of the Lord. So Krishna's external energy is divided into three. Bahiranga Shakti is divided into many categories. Three divisions are Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Now to control them, there are three incarnations of the Lord who are the Adhishtatri Dev of these three energies. Controlling Sattvagun is Lord Vishnu. Controlling mode of passion, Rajogun, is Lord Brahma. And in charge of Tamogun is Lord Shiva. These are all Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva are also incarnations of Krishna. In other words, there is nothing but the Lord. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Akhanda Mandalakaram. Vyaptam Yena Charachar. Tadaham Darshitam Yena. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. I offer my obeisances to Shri Guru, who has Tad Aham Darshitam Yena, who has shown me what? Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam. Everything moving, non-moving, everywhere. It is Krishna only. Everything is Krishna. Sthavar, non-moving. Jangam. Savar Jangam dekhe, na dekhe Tara Murti. Sarvatra hai nija ishta deva spurti. Chaitanya Charitamrita. In other words, there is nothing but the Lord. Matsthani sarvabhutani. But still, Krishna is different from all such manifestive activities. Because Goloka eva nivasati akhilatma bhuto. Everything is coming from Krishna, but what is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Oh, he is Vrindavan Vihari. He is always in Vrindavan. He is not part of this material world. 28. Text 28. Kridas amogha sankalpa urnanabher yathornute tatha tad vishayam dehi manisham mai madhava. Ma means all the energies. Which are the mother. And Dhava means the husband. So Madhav means the husband of Radharani. O master of all energies, Madhav, Brahmaji is inquiring from Lord Vishnu, please tell me philosophically all about them, all about your different energies, how they work. You play like a spider that covers itself by its own energy, and your determination is infallible. You are Satya Sankalpa. Whatever you decide, it happens. Amogha Sankalpa. It must happen. You are like a spider that covers itself by its own energy. You live within your own energy. The spider is living in a big web. Who created the web? A spider nahi create kiya. Spider only created. Therefore, one devotee in Maharashtra has said, has called Krishna Veda Kumbhar. That you are a transcendently mad potter. You create, you keep it for some time, and then you only destroy it. Your own pots. They all become mud again. You create them from mud, you maintain them, and then when you want, you just destroy them also. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, the web is created by the spider. Web is a manifestation of the saliva of the spider. And the web is maintained by the spider. It is created by the spider. It is designed by the spider. It is maintained by the spider. And as soon as the spider likes, the whole thing is wound up within the spider. When I read this many years ago, it It was when I was in my residency. So must be around 2010, 2011, I remember. I read this in Srimad Bhagavatam, and I really wanted to see how a spider can wind up its own web. I had seen spiders create a web. In the process of creating their webs, I had seen spiders stay on their web. But as Bhagavatam says, I had never seen a spider eat up its own web. So I remember once when Maithili was very, very small, she was just few months old. We were living in an apartment, and I was walking in the lobby, just carrying Maithili in my arms and walking and just singing Hare Krishna. And I saw a big spider web. It was like a big balcony that I was walking, and on the railing of the balcony and the pillar adjoining it, I saw a big spider with a spider web. So out of curiosity, I went and I blew air on that spider just to see what happens. I was curious. And I think the spider got scared and started eating its own web. I saw it with my own eyes and started consuming its own web, winding up its own web. I saw it, and then I was so happy and grateful to Krishna that Krishna reciprocated. I had that curiosity or even doubt whether it is possible or not, and how Bhagavatam, how Srila Prabhupada, they are speaking the truth all the time. I actually saw it. Yes, it's a fact. The whole thing is wound up within the spider. If an insignificant insect like a spider is so powerful as to act according to its own will, why can't the Supreme Being Krishna act by his supreme will in creation, in maintenance, and destruction of this cosmic manifestation? What is so incredible about it? If a spider can do it, why Krishna cannot do it? Text 29. Brahmaji is continuing. Bhagavat chikishtam aham karvani atandritaha nehamanah prajasargam badhyeyam yad anugrahat. Brahmaji is requesting Lord Krishna, please tell me, so that I may be taught in the matter by the instruction of the personality of Godhead. Why am I asking these questions? I don't have any ulterior motive. I'm asking these questions so that I can be educated by you. It is my desire to be educated by you. And thus, I may thus act instrumentally to generate living entities without being conditioned by such activities. I want to do things. Atra sarga visargascha sthanam poshanam utaya manvantare shanugata nirodha mukti ashraya. So sarga is primary creation, visarga is secondary creation, which is done by Lord Brahma. Brahmaji wants to do visarga. Praja sargam, he wants to create praja. But he wants to do it yat anugrahat. I want to do it by your mercy, Krishna. I do not want to become proud. In the previous session, someone had asked a question about this. And that time we had mentioned that in the forthcoming verses, Brahmaji is going to pray that Krishna, I want to do the work of creation, but I want to do it as your instrument, as your puppet, without becoming proud of my ability or my activities. without being conditioned by the activities. Therefore, I'm asking this question. So I can do my seva. My seva is of praja sargam, to create praja. But I want to do it without getting entangled in the laws of karma. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, everyone should know in clear consciousness that one is in the execution of all activities merely an instrument. Prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sharvasha ahankar vimhudatma karta aham iti manyate. We should know that whatever we are doing, very clearly we should know that we are just an instrument. An instrument doesn't become proud. Instrument doesn't become proud. When a devotee cooks prasad, suppose Shama Vallavi Mataji invites all of us for prasad. All Bhakti Vaibhava students come for prasad. And she makes nice hot puris fried in ghee, not dalda, ghee. She makes nice pulao, nice paneer gravy sabji. How Gaurang Prabhu was making 6 different paneer sabjis on 6 different days of yatra. 6 different recipes. She makes dal and wonderful hot jalebis and serves all of us. And we are all sitting and we are honoring prasad. Preme Dako, Chaitanya Nitai, Jai Nimai, Jai Nitai. We are eating prasad, honoring prasad, prasad seva. How many of us will tell Shama Vallavi Mataji, क्या चमचा यूज किया आपने कुकिंग में, वाह, क्या तवा यूज किया आपने, वाह, वो आटा जो बर्तन में रखा था, क्या बर्तन था, फर्स्ट क्लास, वाह, वो कौन सा नाइफ था जिससे आपने पनीर काटा, वाह वाह वाह, अद्भुत नाइफ. How many of us are going to give credit to the instruments? And will Shama Vallavi Mataji say, जबरदस्त इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स थे, कुकिंग बहुत अच्छा, ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द इंस्ट्रूमेंट्स? नहीं, विल से ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्यामा वल्लभी माता जी, है ना? वैसे ही है. हु आर वी? वी आर जस्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट. तो हु शुड गेट द ग्लोरी? ऑल ग्लोरीज टू गुरु एंड गौरांग. नो ग्लोरीज फॉर अस. वी आर जस्ट इंस्ट्रूमेंट. निमित्त मात्रम भव सव्यसाची. Krishna is the cook. Krishna is the expert. We are just instrument. We are like the pillar and the wooden railing. Krishna is making this web. Krishna is maintaining the web. Krishna will swallow the web. We are just support staff. Supporting Krishna. Whatever Krishna needs. And we should remember this always. We are not the doer. We are not to take credit. If we take credit, we become proud. We become God's competitors, as Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj would say. In this regard, there is a very, very instructive story that comes to my mind. I have heard it from my Guru Maharaj. There is a 5.5 hour class on YouTube on the glories of His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj by Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj. In that, Maharaj says that time Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was Brahmachari. His name was Ghansham Das Brahmachari. And he went to Russia to distribute Prabhupada's books. And in those days, in the 1970s, Russia was 100% white. Everybody was white in Russia. There were no people of color. And Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, as you all know, was African American. And he looked very unique in the landscape of Russia because there was no black people there. And he crossed over from Eastern Europe into Russia behind the Iron Curtain, and all types of religions were completely banned. And the KGB was very powerful. They were ruling with an iron fist. Behind the Iron Curtain, they could do what they want. They could arrest anybody, they could execute anybody, kill anybody. And Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada, was fearlessly distributing books there. And amazing pastimes happened. And he would write them down in letters. And whenever to collect more books, he would come into Europe. He would mail those letters to Srila Prabhupada. In those days, Srila Prabhupada was physically quite unwell. And it was the final trip that Srila Prabhupada made west. Prabhupada's intention was to go to Gitanagari in US, but after stopping at Bhaktivedanta Manor. So Srila Prabhupada flew to Bhaktivedanta Manor in UK. And from there, he was supposed to go to USA. He was even supposed to come to New Vrindavan. Prabhupada's green card had just arrived after so many years. But Prabhupada's health deteriorated in Europe, and Prabhupada came back to India, never to leave India again. Prabhupada came to Mumbai, spent some time at the Hare Krishna land, the Juhu property, and then made the final train journey from Mumbai Central to Mathura. Came to Krishna Balram Mandir, Vrindavan, and then never left. So when Prabhupada was in UK, the last trip, Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was distributing books in Russia. And he came to know that Prabhupada has come to Manor, Bhaktivedanta Manor. And he knew that Prabhupada's health was not good. So he immediately went to Manor, Bhaktivedanta Manor. By car, he traveled all the way across Europe to Manor. And when he went there, Srila Prabhupada's personal secretary, His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, told Ghanshyam Das, Brahmachari, that Srila Prabhupada loves to hear your letters. And whenever your letters come, in the evening when Prabhupada is going through the correspondence, it is my great pleasure to read your letters to Prabhupada, because Prabhupada gets so enthusiastic when he hears your book distribution adventures behind the Iron Curtain. Russia is the most difficult place to distribute books right now, even more difficult than the Muslim countries. Prabhupada feels so happy reading your updates. And now you have come. It's very good. So I have got some letters from you, which I have not yet read to Srila Prabhupada, and I was going to read one letter this evening also. So it will be wonderful if you are here now, you yourself read your letter to Prabhupada. Sit in his room in the evening when he's going through his correspondence, and you read one letter to Prabhupada for his pleasure today. Ghanshyam Das Brahmachari said, as you say, Goswami Maharaj. So in the evening, when the time was right, Srila Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj called Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. Ghanshyam Das Brahmachari is here, Prabhupada, and you have taken so much pleasure hearing his letters. In fact, you have commented many times that these letters of Bhakti of Ghanshyam Das Brahmachari are giving you new life. So he has come to have your darshan, Prabhupada. So today he will read his letter. So Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj tells us that I was sitting on the floor next to Prabhupada's bed, and Goswami Maharaj gave me one of my own letters, and I read the letter, my book distribution updates from Russia, USSR, as it was called at that time. And Srila Prabhupada, we were expecting, would be very pleased to hear the letter, and Prabhupada was completely disinterested, completely distracted. Prabhupada was looking here, there. He was calling Srila Bhakti Charu Maharaj, bring me some prasad. He was talking to some other devotees. What happened to that? What happened to this? What are we doing? It was just, as Ghanshyam Das Brahmachari is reading, Prabhupada is completely distracted, talking to other devotees and not paying any attention. After some time, Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj understood that my presence and my activity of reading my own letter is not very pleasing to Srila Prabhupada. So I stopped reading. I offered my obeisances, and I was feeling very sad because just the previous day when I arrived in Manor, when Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj told Srila Prabhupada that I have come, Prabhupada called for me. I came, Prabhupada embraced me. And out of joy, Prabhupada, just the previous day, had shed tears of love, and those tears had fallen on my shoulder when Prabhupada embraced me. And Prabhupada patted my head, and Prabhupada had said, "Your life is successful. Your life is successful." Prabhupada had blessed him. "Your life is successful." And Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj says that Prabhupada, while patting him, whispered in his ear, "Your life is successful. Your life is successful. You will see Krishna face to face in this life." Prabhupada told him that time. Prabhupada was so pleased. "You will see Krishna face to face in this life." Prabhupada blessed him. Prabhupada was so happy. Now, seeing this joy of Srila Prabhupada, Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, "Tomorrow you come and you read your own letter to Prabhupada." But the next day, today, Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was having quite a contrary experience with Prabhupada. Prabhupada was not giving any importance to him. So he offered obeisances, about to leave, understanding that his presence was not welcome. And Prabhupada then finally looked at him as he was leaving. And Prabhupada looked at him, and Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was looking at Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was looking down at him. And finally, looking in his eyes, Prabhupada said something to Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj, which were the last words that Srila Prabhupada ever personally spoke to Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. Prabhupada looked at Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj and told him only one sentence consisting of 4 words. That's it. Prabhupada looked piercingly into the eyes of Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj and said, "Krishna is the doer." That's all. And Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj offered obeisances, got up and left. And Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj was telling Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, and Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj is telling all of us that the whole world, Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj says, the whole world knows about the previous day's meeting with Srila Prabhupada. It is documented. Many devotees saw how Prabhupada embraced him, bathed him with his tears, was for a long time rubbing his hand through his head like this and said, "Your life is successful, your life is successful." And then softly Prabhupada also whispered, "You will see Krishna in this lifetime." So that episode, that incident became very famous, and many devotees saw it and they were talking, and it spread in the ISKCON grapevine. It spread everywhere. But Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj says the second day's incident nobody knew because he was alone with Prabhupada. Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, "You go and read." And hardly there were a few devotees, and they were also doing different sevas, and nobody was paying attention to what happened between Prabhupada and Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj. So Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj says what happened the next day, nobody knows. But in my heart, that was millions of times more intimate and more important than the previous day when Prabhupada bathed me with his tears of love, blessed me with his lotus hand on my head, and told me that you will see Krishna. Your life is successful. More intimate than that, more merciful than that was the second day's encounter. How? Srila Bhakti Tirtha Maharaj says, because of my book distribution, because of my accomplishments, it is possible that I could have thought I am the doer. Karta aham. and I could have become proud. But Srila Prabhupada, in that short interaction where he spoke just one sentence of 4 words, Krishna is the doer, taught me that I am not the doer. Krishna is doing all this through you. You are nimitta matra. You are just an instrument. Do not become proud. Srila Bhakti Tirth Maharaj said after that, in my decades and decades of service in ISKCON, I did so many things. I later on became an initiating guru. I became author. I built temples. I built communities. I became the Shiksha Guru for Nelson Mandela, Muhammad Ali boxer. So many things I did. But those words of Srila Prabhupada, those 4 words, protected me. If Prabhupada had not spoken those 4 words, says perhaps I would have fallen down, victim of pride. Therefore, those 4 words, that second encounter is more important in my heart. It was that encounter that made the words of the first encounter come true, that you will see Krishna face to face in this lifetime. The Falashruti came first. Ashtakam came next day. 4 words. Krishna is the doer. Remember, Krishna is the doer. That's what Prabhupada is saying here to all of us. To all of us. What Srila Prabhupada told Srila Bhakti Tirth Maharaj, same thing Prabhupada is telling in this purport. Everyone should know in clear consciousness. Sab log bhali bhati jaan lo. What? That in all one's activities, one is merely an instrument. A conditioned soul is instrumental in the hands of the external energy, Gunamayi Maya, or the illusory energy of Lord Krishna. And in the liberated stage, the living entity is instrumental to the will of the personality of Godhead directly. Who can explain this? Raise your hand. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Were you still in the manner? Bhakti on the manner? You are paying attention. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Answer. What does it mean? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Okay. What Prabhupada is saying is, in the conditioned state, we are puppets in the hands of Bahiranga Shakti. And in the liberated stage, we are puppets in the hand of Antaranga Shakti. Daivi Prakriti Ashrita. That is a difference. Prabhupada is saying that. A conditioned soul is instrumental in the hand of Maya, Bahiranga Shakti, external energy, illusory energy of Krishna. And in the liberated stage, living entity is instrumental to the will of Krishna. Aniya cho jadi Prabhu, amare nachate, nachao Prabhu, nachao se mate. To be instrumental to the direct will of Lord Krishna is the Jaiva Dharma. It is the natural constitutional position of the living entity, the Jiva. Whereas to be instrument in the hands of the illusory energy of the Lord, Maya, is the Baddha Avastha of the living entity. It is a condition of material bondage. Text 30. Yavat sakha sakyur iveshate kritaha praja visarge vibhajami bhojanam aviklavaste parikarmani sthito mame samudnadhamadoja maninaha. Brahmaji is praying, O my Lord Krishna, O Aja, O unborn, you have shaken hands with me just like Sakha, just like a friend does with a friend, as if equal in position. Krishna came, he shook hands with Brahmaji. We saw that earlier. I shall be engaged in the creation of different types of living entities. See, Visarge word is used. Praja Visarge. Atra Sarga Visargascha Sthanam Poshanam Utaya. So Visarga is secondary creation done by Brahmaji. Primary creator is Lord Mahavishnu, who glances on Mahatattva. So Brahmaji is saying, the service you have allotted to me is creation of different types of living entities. Praja Visarge. And I shall be occupied in this service that you have given me. Prabhu Pradatta Seva. I shall have no perturbation, but I pray that all this may not give rise to pride in my heart. Mada Manina. I don't want there to arise pride, madness in me, as if I am the doer, I am the supreme. I never want to think that I am the supreme. Purport. Lord Brahma is definitely situated in the rasa of Sakha, in Sakhyarati. He is situated in the relationship, in the humor of friendship with Lord Krishna. Prabhupada is revealing, Brahmaji has Sakha Bhav. Every living being is eternally related with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, in one of the 5 different transcendental humors, rasas, namely Shantarati, Dasyarati, Sakhyarati, Vatsalyarati, and Madhuryarati. Every jiva eternally has a relationship with Krishna. We all do. An individual relationship with Krishna. Prabhupada says it is clearly exhibited herein that Lord Brahma is related to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, in the transcendental humor of friendship. Sakha Bhav. A pure devotee may be related with Lord Krishna in any one of the transcendental humors, even in the humor of parenthood, Vatsalyarati. Maybe in a superior position, fatherly or motherly position, but the devotee of the Lord is always a transcendental servitor. They are all servants of Krishna, no matter what relationship is there. Ekela Ishvara Krishna, Arasava Bhritya. Je jaise nachaye taise, tei kare nritya. Lord Brahma does not create the living entities. He is Praja Visarga, yes, but it is secondary creation, Visarga. He does not create the living entities. Brahmaji does not create the living entities. Living entities are placed in the Mahatattva by Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu. In the beginning of the creation, Lord Brahma is empowered to give different bodily shapes to the living entities. Brahmaji gives the body, material body, to the spiritual souls, according to their work during the previous millennium, during the previous creation. Karana guna sangasya sad asad yoni janmashu. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, according to one's previous work, previous association with the 3 modes of material nature, we get different bodies. Sat yoni, asat yoni. Higher and lower births we take according to our karma. Karmani, according to the karma chakra, we are placed in different yonis. Brahmaji's duty is just to wake the living entities from their slumber and to engage them in their proper duty. Brahmaji's work is to create this world where the living entities are given different bodies, material bodies, even though they are spiritual. They are given material bodies so that they can perform their proper duty. Now, Lord Vishnu is going to speak to Brahmaji, and Krishna willing, that we will see in the next session. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur, Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Yes, Shama Kishori Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. I had 2 questions, Prabhuji. One was on verse 29. it said in the execution of all activities, we are instruments. So when we do bad activities, how do we understand this? Isn't the mistake or the discredit ours?
No, it is not like that. When Krishna says, or Prabhupada says, that in all activities we are merely instruments, it means that the results of our action, whatever resultant actions we get, we are not the only doers. Ultimately, Krishna is the sanctioner, but the intention and the endeavor is from our side. Terrorists get into an aeroplane. They use knives and pepper spray to overpower the staff, take over the plane, hijack the plane, and crash it into the Twin Towers and Pentagon, killing 3,000 people with them. So are we going to say that Krishna did it? They were just instruments in the hands of Krishna. No, that is a misunderstanding of what Shastra is saying. What Shastra is saying is, suppose we work hard and we get good grades in the exam, we should not think that I am the only doer. Karta hamiti mannate. No. The teachers have contributed. My parents have contributed. My classmates have encouraged me. And ultimately, Krishna has given the intelligence. Krishna has given the memory. Matah smritir jnanam. From Krishna, knowledge and memory is coming. So Krishna is there who is maintaining me. And therefore, credit goes to Krishna, credit goes to my teachers, credit goes to my parents. So many people have credit in this. And my effort also is there. So that's how we should think. Not that I got A grades or I cracked the exam. No. That is understanding. Now, when someone does some vikarma, when somebody does some bad activity, the intention, the endeavor, it is the responsibility of the person who is doing that vikarma. And for that, they will be held responsible. Therefore, Krishna says, Urdhvam gacchanti sattvastha, madhye tishtanti rajasa, and jaganna guna vrittisya adho gacchanti tamasa. If Krishna was responsible for everything, then why the three different gatis are there for three types of activities? Activities in the mode of goodness are leading to elevation. Activities in the mode of passion are keeping us in the karma bhumi. And activities in the mode of ignorance are downgrading us. Why different results? Because our intention matters. And we are responsible for our intention, for our bhav. And we are responsible for the cheshta, the different activities that we do. So if we do good activities, then it is to our credit. If we do bad activities, it is to our credit or discredit. But we should understand that the result of the action is not in our hands. Ultimately, Krishna sanctions all the results of all the activities, good as well as bad. But if we utilize our independence to accomplish something bad, like cheating, lying, stealing, or in the extreme example that we discussed, the terrorist attack, then yes, it is true that ultimately not a leaf can move without Krishna's sanction. But when we choose a bad intention and we choose a bad activity, we become responsible. And when we choose a good intention and we choose a good activity, we are rewarded accordingly. So Krishna is not responsible directly neither for our good activities nor for our bad activities. But it is Krishna who is giving us the strength to accomplish anything. And therefore, we should not take undue credit. That is the meaning. I hope it is clear, Mataji, that our intention matters. And we are responsible for our intention and we are responsible for our actions. Did it make sense to you, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you. But so when we do bad activities, how are we instruments? We are still instruments. We are making wrong decisions.
We are still instruments, because ultimately the result of our actions is not in our hand. We are still instruments, but we are responsible instruments. We are responsible for what we do, what we choose to do.
Okay.
Responsible.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. May I ask one more?
Just like we are rewarded for good activities, we will be punished for the bad activities. When we do something good, it is not guaranteed that the good result will be obtained. Correct? Sometimes even after studying, we may not get good grades. And similarly, not always the terrorists are successful. So many terrorist attacks get foiled. They fail. Not every time they are successful in their evil intentions. Why? Because ultimately Krishna did not sanction. Now, why Krishna sanctioned, why sometimes Krishna does not sanction, Krishna is always in control, that we cannot understand, because Krishna is achintya. We cannot understand what is in Krishna's heart. Krishna always wants welfare of everyone. But why Krishna allowed Parikshit to die? He could have saved. He went in the womb of Uttara and saved Parikshit once. He could have saved from the Brahma Shap also, but did not. So this we cannot understand. Krishna ultimately is inscrutable. He is achintya. We cannot completely understand Krishna. Mam tu vedana kaschana is the Siddhanta of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, me no one knows. But we are responsible for our actions. Like in that massacre at Jallianwala Bagh, the British soldiers, they were shooting bullets at innocent people. Not every bullet hit, but some bullets did. Some bullets missed. But the intention matters, the action matters, and every bullet that leaves the rifle, the shooter is responsible. Whether it results in an adverse outcome or it does not result in adverse outcome, but the intention counts. And the punishment and reward will be given according to the intention and the action, which we have free will over, where we have control over, that we choose to do. So Krishna cannot be blamed for the good results, and Krishna cannot be blamed for the bad results. But we should all know that Krishna is all pure and Krishna is always doing mangal. Madhuram madhurebhyopi mangalebhyopi mangalam. Pavanam pavanebhyopi harer naam eva kevalam. Krishna wants auspiciousness for everyone. This is Krishna's desire. And because it is a material world and there is a larger plan that Kali Yuga has to progress, and therefore Parikshit has to die and Srimad Bhagavatam will be spoken, and Vidharma will become prominent in Kali Yuga. Therefore, these terrorists also will get success in due course of time, because Kali Yuga has to progress. And then Kalki Dev will come, and then again Satya will start. So there is a big picture, and Krishna has his plan, and we don't always know what Krishna's plan is. But what we do know, that Krishna is our ever well-wisher. He is Suridam Sarvabhutanam, and he is Bhoktaram Yatantapasam. He is the enjoyer, and he is our best friend. He is always our well-wisher, and he has given us the formula in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, whereby we can create auspiciousness for each and every one of us. We can, by Krishna's mercy. But when we choose bad activities, sometimes we are successful, sometimes we are unsuccessful. It's all in ultimately Krishna's hands. But whether we are successful or unsuccessful, we will be held responsible for our good actions as well as our bad actions. If every time a terrorist becomes successful, then the terrorist has become God. He's Ishwar. He's controller. But they are not always successful. Ravan was successful many times, but not always. Ultimately, he lost. Hiranyakashipu was successful many times, but not always. So similarly, sometimes evil wins, sometimes good wins. And that is simply because of the play of the three modes of material nature. Sometimes there is victory of evil, sometimes there is victory of good. But ultimately, Krishna is there for dharma samsthapanarthaya. And Krishna is there for paritranaya sadhunam. and Krishna is there for Vinashaya Dushkrita. That is Krishna's program. That will happen. But we can only take responsibility. We have to take responsibility for our good and bad actions. And we cannot blame Krishna, because Krishna ultimately has nothing to do with this material world. Krishna is enjoying in his own spiritual abode. He has made rules for us in this material world whereby we can follow those rules and attain Krishna and enter the spiritual world where we naturally belong, being a branch of the Antaranga Shakti. Tatastha Shakti, according to Jaiva Dharma, is a branch of the Antaranga Shakti, not Bahiranga Shakti. Therefore, it is our duty to gravitate towards Devi Prakriti, the Chit Shakti of Krishna, the internal potency of Krishna, and take shelter of internal potency of Krishna. And that arrangement Krishna has made, the knowledge Krishna has given, and he has given sadhu gurus to guide us. But if we still choose the path of Vidharma, we choose the path of Vikarma, then we will be responsible, regardless of the successful or unsuccessful results. Is it okay, Mataji? You can ask the second question now.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So verse 24, the Lord says that he creates the cosmos by penance. So actually he doesn't need to do penance to create anything. So why does he say that he creates it by penance?
Because there is tapobal, there is strength in tapasya. For example, when Krishna performs Rasa Leela, the Ras Panchadhyay in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam begins with Bhagwan Apita Ratri Sharadotpulla Mallika Viksharantum Manachakre Yogamaya Upashrita. That Krishna took ashraya of Yogamaya, internal potency. Not Mahamaya, but internal potency, Yogamaya. Krishna took shelter. What is the need for Krishna to take Yogamaya Ashrita, to take ashraya of Yogamaya? What is the need for Krishna to do that? Because the Rasa Leela takes place under the Leela Shakti, the Yogamaya Shakti of Krishna. Similarly, the creation, maintenance, destruction in the material world, it is happening by Tapobal. This is Krishna's energy only. And therefore, when Krishna, in his Guna avatars, as Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, performs this task of creation, maintenance, and destruction, it is done under the influence of this Shakti, of Tapobal. It is the energy. Parasya Shaktir, Vividhevashi. There are many, many energies of Krishna. And it is performed under this. When tomorrow is Ekadashi in USA, we are observing Ekadashi. So what is Ekadashi? Ekadashi Devi manifested from Lord Vishnu to kill the demon. So what is the need? And Krishna was sleeping. So what is the need for Krishna to use this Ekadashi Devi to kill the demon? Krishna is Sarva Samartha. He can kill himself. Why? But that is Krishna's Leela, because it is the energy that works. And that Krishna's energy came out in the form of that Devi, who Krishna named Ekadashi, because she came on the 11th day of the lunar cycle. And she did that. Samhar Leela. So like that, this Tapobal is the Shakti of this world, which comes from a spiritual austerity, tapasya. There's power in that for creation, maintenance, and destruction. And because that is Krishna's own arrangement, Krishna resorts to that, like Yogamaya Upashrita, Tapobal Upashrita. Krishna is doing that in his 3 Guna avatars under the potency of this Tapobal. So that is Krishna's own arrangement, and when Krishna comes, he does it. For example, when Krishna and Radharani had to appear 5,000 years ago, there is a story that Srila Rupa Goswami mentions in Vidagdha Madhav Natak, that once the Vindhyachal, the Vindhya mountains, they became very proud, and they were thinking that Surya Narayan, he circumambulates Sumer, the golden mountain. Why they should not circumambulate, why Surya Narayan should not, Surya Dev should not circumambulate me. So when this pride came, Shripad Narad Muni goes to Vindhyachal and tells that, yes, you are a very great mountain, but actually Sumeru Parvat is greater than you, because Sumeru Parvat is offered parikrama by Surya Narayan. You are not. So then Vindhyachal says, okay, let me show how big I can become. I can become bigger than Sumeru. And Vindhyachal mountain starts expanding, becomes so big that obstructs the path of Surya Dev. And Surya Dev says, Vindhyachal, please give me way. I am doing parikrama of Sumeru Parvat. I am going round and round. That's how I create day and night. Some part of the universe there is day. Wherever I am, where I am not, there is night. So don't obstruct my path, let me go. And Vindhyachal said, no, I will not let you go. I have become so big, I will not let you go. So then Suryadev goes to Lord Brahma, that Brahmaji, please, what should we do? Please guide us. Brahmaji says, let's go to the Guru of Vindhyachal. Vindhyachal Guru was Sri Agastya Rishi. So they go to Agastya Rishi and tell him what the problem is. So Agastya Rishi said, I will take care. As Guru, I will take care. So he goes to Vindhyachal. As soon as Agastya Rishi sees, as soon as Vindhyachal sees his Gurudev, Agastya Rishi, he offers obeisances. He becomes very small in front of his Guru, offers obeisances. Agastya Muni says, I am going to Dravida Desh. I am going to southern tip of India to take bath in the Indian Ocean. And then I am quite old. I cannot cross over you, Vindhyachal. You have become very big. So you remain small like this in Dandavat position until I cross over you, I go, I take my bath and I come back. So how can you disobey the orders of the spiritual master? So he says, okay, Gurudev, I will wait like this in small Dandavat position, flat, long, until you come back, and yes, you may cross over me. So Agastya Muni crosses over Vindhyachal, goes to South India, and till today he has not come back. So Vindhyachal is small, offering obeisances. And then Surya Narayan was able to continue his parikrama. Then Narad Muni, who is the transcendental trickster, he again came to Vindhyachal. What happened, Vindhyachal? You became very small. Get up, get up. Oh no, I cannot get up. My Gurudev has not come back yet. Oh, do you know there is one more mountain superior to you, in addition to Sumeru? Acha, who? Says Himalaya. How come Himalaya is superior to me? Because Himalaya's daughter, Parvati, is Himadrija. She is married to Mahadev, Shivji. You have nothing in nature. Therefore, Himalaya is very glorious. So then Vindhyachal asks Shripad Narad Muni, that Narad Muni, please tell me how I can become greater than Himachal, how I can become greater than Himalaya. So he says, then for that, you have to have a daughter who marries someone who is superior to Shivji. Narad Muni says, and there is only one person who is superior to Shivji, and that is Lord Krishna. So you have to get a daughter who will marry Krishna. So he says, who is that? He says, that is Srimati Radharani. Oh, Narad Muni, please tell me how I can please Radharani so she will appear as my daughter. Vindhyachal says. So then Shripad Narad Muni speaks the Radha mantra in the right ear of Vindhyachal. He says, you chant this mantra. And for many years, Vindhyachal chants Radha mantra to please Srimati Radharani. And Srila Rupa Goswami writes that when the time came 5,000 years ago for Radha and Krishna to advent in this world, Krishna told Radharani, Radharani, you will come with me? She says, if Vrindavan Dham is there, Yamuna is there, and Govardhan is there, I will come. Krishna says, they have already manifested. Please come. Radharani says, okay, I will come as the daughter of my eternal parents, Kirtida Devi and Vrishabhanu Maharaj. And I will appear in Raval. So Krishna says that Bhagavad Upasana never goes in vain. Anyone who does any Bhagavad Upasana, Radha Krishna Upasana, it never goes in vain. You offer one ghee lamp to Krishna, it will never go in vain. You offer one flower, one arti. Once in lifetime you do puja, that is eternal. It will never go. Once you chant Hare Krishna, it will never go in vain. It will save you. Trayato mahato bhayat. So Krishna says, "O Radharani, will Vindhyachal has been chanting Radha mantra that his Gurudev Narad Muni gave for so many years. Will that go Vifal? You will appear as the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, Vrishabhanu Kanya, and Kirtida Devi's daughter. What will happen to Vindhyachal? How can his Upasana go in vain?" So Radharani says, "No, don't worry. I will appear as a daughter of Vindhyachal also." So Radharani appeared as a daughter of Vindhyachal, and through some Leela, she was placed in the lotus in the river. And when Vrishabhanu Maharaj went to take his snan, he saw in that lotus Radharani and brought. So the reason I told this whole long story, what is the connection? The connection is, see, when Radharani and Krishna also have to appear, they appear to be controlled by certain laws. That if somebody has chanted this mantra, then now you have to appear as the daughter of that person. Hai na? So Radha and Krishna also, they agree to obey these rules that they have only created. They have only created these rules that you do this upasana and you will get this phal. They have only created these rules and they appear to follow those rules. So this Srijan Leela, Shrishti Leela, Srijan Leela, and then Palan Leela and Samhar Leela, all this happens by Tapobal. There is a power in, like Agastya Muni. When the demons hid in the ocean, by his Tapobal he drank the water of the ocean. I'm sipping all this. Now after the class, I have to go to the bathroom. Bladder will become full. Hai na? But there is no mention that Agastya Rishi drank all the ocean water and he had to go to the bathroom. Nothing. Where is that strength coming from to drink so much water and hold it? It's coming from Tapobal. So this Tapasya Bal, this Siddhanta Krishna only has created. This rule Krishna has, this arrangement Krishna has created. And Krishna follows. He creates his own spider web and he lives in that web. In the Maryada of that web, he lives. He has only created it. So like that. Is that okay, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the beautiful answer. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so no more questions. So we'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki jai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Jai
Hare
Shri.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.